Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seat belt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
Well, hello. Welcome to Weird Wednesday.
Hello,
How's
hello.
it going?
Are we running on Twitch right now?
We're supposed to be. I never really checked to see.
I don't see it.
Huh. It says we are, according to the check mark on my StreamYard broadcast headquarters page, but who knows? Who knows if we are or not?
Offline, and I can't find our actual video.
Huh.
Anyways,
how's everybody doing this weird Wednesday? I've had quite the weird Wednesday myself.
how's that?
Oh, just life in general. Always throws you those curveballs, and always has something to do with balls anyways. I don't know. Wolfie says no video of you, but sound is good. There's no video? No video where? I see myself.
I see. Wait, I'm looking on Facebook right now. I see us on Facebook. I see us on YouTube. Just Twitch is...
Twitch is twitchy.
Twitch is twitchy.
It's twitching out. It's tweaking out. Some damn video game players. I got it all hacked up. Anyways. Yeah. Everything says it's working on my end, but I don't know. What goes past here is out of my control.
It is Mercury retrograde.
That Mercury.
So we can blame Mercury.
Mercury, you bastard. Yeah, it's funny. All the car problems I've had. Today I got like 5 texts. Hey, this is Jeff. I just wanted to let you know for $29.95 a month, I can extend your car's warranty. I'm like, oh, really? You can you? Do tell me more. Yeah. Then I opted out. It's like reply stop to opt out. I replied with stop. Like 30 minutes later, they text me again. I'm like, oh, I see how your service is already. Please tell me what kind of car I have and what the warranty will cover. Oh boy.
It's never ending with that.
Yeah. So you've been following the any of the more of the Gabby story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff coming up in that, huh?
Oh yeah. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah. Did you hear about the two girls that they found dead in the same area?
Is this different than the other two people that were dead in the area?
Well, they've actually found three now, I think.
Okay.
There
I
was
just know there was two people that died or were missing or dead like around the time they had found her.
yeah.
But anything after that, I don't know.
Yeah, there was another guy that was missing that was found dead in the same area, and they say, it was a suicide. But who knows? I don't know. One of the girls that they found dead just happened to work at the little hotel or hostel or whatever it was that these two were staying at, and she saw him fighting. And the night that the police had him, and then separated him and took the Brian dude to this hotel, where the hotel was, it was supposedly only like a 2-minute walk to the other hotel where this girl was at. And now they're saying maybe he killed her too because he thought she was the one who called the police. But then again, there's a whole other rumor of it may not be him at all. There may be a serial killer out there.
Exactly. And that's why I think it's such a weird coincidence. And one thing, like my mom and I were saying, what if, like, just throw everything else out? Because there were two other bodies found up in that area. What if I don't remember how she put it, like he was doing something or came across some other people doing something? Like, she has like this whole theory about that.
Yeah.
And then there some people that are like, armchair detectives that are going through all their social media, all their stuff. They were saying how supposedly he's like really into this character from this, like Garth or something, from this book, who wanted to go across country, become a serial killer, and get famous through Instagram posts. Yeah. Well, the only thing with that is I think this was a crime, like an opportunity, like a heat of the moment thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he set out to kill her. And then the other people that were dead, I don't feel like it had anything to do with him. Like, I feel like it's two weird things happening at the same time, but I also don't believe in coincidences. So
yeah, it's just weird that this girl that supposedly worked at this hotel that saw them fighting, just weird that it's a coincidence, whatever you want to call it, that she winds up dead too. That's kind of strange. Small town out there, I reckon. I don't know. I don't know what to think. And then, you got Dwayne, the dog bounty hunter, chasing them down, supposedly. Half the people are like, he's doing it for a publicity stunt. And the other half
who cares?
Like, yeah. Even his daughter now says that he's just doing it for a publicity stunt. But
if he finds the guy, who cares?
Yeah. Who knows? It's a weird situation.
I'm sure it probably is a publicity stunt. I mean, I wouldn't think it's not, but I have faith in homie's skills, and I'm kind of curious to see him up against the FBI. Like, who's going to bag this guy?
Yeah, it is a challenge. I mean, yeah, you can't blame him. I mean, he's been in reality TV for how long? How many seasons did he do? And then he kind of died out, and
lost his wife.
Yeah, and kind of fizzled out. And now he's like, hey, I don't set my hooks in this one. So who knows?
And then the guy, what about the guy who thinks that he talked to him along along the trail?
Yeah, he swears it was him. He's like, I have
And
no doubt in my mind it was him.
some people are saying, okay, well, if he's saying he's going towards California, he's going another direction. He's not going to go to California. I'm thinking Mexico. Like, I think people hit California to go to Mexico. Like, do you think if it was him, he really, then why would he say he wants back roads, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that he would be going to California, or do you think he'd be trying to throw them off his direction?
I would think, maybe makes it sound, I would think, I mean, if he's done that whole Appalachian Trail thing, I mean, that's some full-blown wild-ass wilderness there, How long is that thing? 2,000 and something miles long? I mean, I don't know, but there's definitely some acreage to get lost in out there. So who knows? North Carolina, California? I don't know, man. You hear somebody say, I talked to him or I saw him, and this side of the country, and then you have witnesses, I saw him here on complete opposite side of the country. So he can't be in two places at one time. So
yeah,
somebody's full of it.
And they got to follow every lead. Zach says, I have more faith in Eric Cartman catching him than Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Respect my authority.
Yeah. Who knows?
Regardless, nothing's gonna bring her back, but I want if he's responsible to be held responsible.
Yeah. I hope they catch him alive, because like I said last week, if he's dead, then we'll never know.
Dead men don't talk.
Dead men tell no tales. Yeah. So who knows? So speaking of missing people or dead people, whichever way you want to look at it, here's another one that is quite crazy. I don't know if y'all have seen this one or not, but let's see if the share button will work. Bada bing, bada boom. This one, woman missing for months as cannibalism rumors swirl. Image of partially nude caged woman found. Yeah, this one's pretty bizarre. I looked up a bunch of different articles on it. There's some YouTube videos. There's all kinds of stuff on this one. And if you go to Reddit, holy crappers, man. Reddit is just going crazy with this story. There's all kinds of rumors and mischief abound on this story. I'll read this part of one of these little articles, and I'm just going to read it. As bizarre rumors of cannibalistic behavior and multiple murder victims flooded social media Saturday, authorities had confirmed little about a missing woman and two suspects now under arrest in south central Missouri. Federal authorities ramped up the search for a 33-year-old Cassidy Rainwater. Investigators said two men held Rainwater in a cage on Moon Valley Road near Lebanon. And yeah, you heard me right. They held her in a cage, partially nude. At first they said, no, we hadn't seen her. Like, oh, well, yeah, she was staying here and she went to the driveway and got in a car with somebody and disappeared. And we hadn't seen her. But there's more. But wait, there's more. Someone reported her missing on August 25th. 2 weeks ago, FBI investigators from Kansas City got an anonymous tip, supposedly, I heard, off the dark web. Anonymous tip that someone was holding Rainwater in a cage on some property near Lebanon. Authorities arrested Timothy Norton and James Phelps. And I think I have a little video to go with this too. Prosecutors charged the two men with felony kidnapping. Court documents said investigators found photos on Phelps' cell phone showing a partially nude woman in a cage. Investigators said Norton admitted that he helped Phelps restrain Rainwater. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I just helped restrain her and stuff her in a cage. Nothing wrong with that, right? Beyond the photos, investigators had not disclosed what they found on the Phelps property. That's where it gets interesting. Halstetter briefly spoke with Phelps just one time during the past year as his neighbor and heard rumors of cannibalism. Yeah, I'll get into that in just a minute. But there's a little video here that shows these two cretins. And one of them is a long haul truck driver. So if the rumors are true, and these, let me just play the video here. Come on, share button. Where you at? There we go.
For 33-year-old Cassidy Rainwater. Investigators say 2 men held Rainwater in a cage on Moon Valley Road near Lebanon.
It's a horrible deal. All I know, living this close to this all these years, is God had a protecting hand in some of us around here.
Bob Hostetler lives about a mile away from the alleged crime scene and knows members of the Rainwater family. Federal investigators say no one has seen Cassidy Rainwater since July. Someone reported her missing on August 25th. 2 weeks ago, FBI investigators from Kansas City got an anonymous tip that someone was holding Rainwater in a cage on this property near Lebanon. Authorities arrested Timothy Norton.
There's some wholesome looking fellas.
Prosecutors charged the 2 men with felony kidnapping. Court documents say investigators found photos on Phelps' cell phone showing a woman partially nude and in a cage. Investigators say Norton admitted he helped Phelps to restrain Rainwater. Beyond the photos, investigators have not disclosed what they have found on the Phelps property. Hostetler briefly spoke with Phelps just one time during the past year as a neighbor and heard the rumors of cannibalism.
He's arrested and potentially everybody, involved. So hopefully it'll all get cleaned up, and it's a bad thing, and that's I can't imagine.
Norton and Phelps are in the Dallas County Jail without bond. The 2 men have criminal setting hearings scheduled for Tuesday. Cassidy Rainwater is still missing. Anyone who knows where she is should contact their local law enforcement agency. Mark Slavitt, KRCG 13.
Okay, so she's still missing, and the last thing they have of her was she was partially nude in a cage. So that's not good in itself. And
this is like something out of a movie, out of like a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah. And it gets a little weirder. Cassidy's mom, I forget exactly what her name was, but her mother was also reporting missing in 2007, and her remains were found near this area in a field a year later. So that's kind of weird in itself. And if
Like
you heard in there,
full remains, or are they like leftover bones? Like, were they eaten remains?
it doesn't say that I've found. But
Holy
yeah,
crap! Like what?
yeah.
How big is this town? They're where'd you say? In
It's in Lebanon County, Missouri.
Oh, Lebanon. I was thinking Lebanon, like Lebanese, Lebanon.
No, this is here in the good old USA. And there's huh?
So her mom, and now she's missing.
Yeah. And wait, there's more. This stuff isn't facts. This is just rumors. But I mean, if you go searching, you find all kinds of crazy stuff.
And those are current mugshots. They have those guys right now.
Yeah, they have them both in jail. They're both being held without bond. So they're not getting out. They haven't reported what else they found on the property, but they have said they're awaiting DNA results. So that means they found something.
Oh, what if that's
That means they found something. And some of
Someone.
the rumors, yeah, someone or someone's, some of the rumors that I looked up, they're going around. One of them is lots of human remains were found on the property, 13 sets of remains, in fact. And then the rumors get really crazy. Like I say, this isn't facts. This is just rumors, internet hearsay, but supposedly vacuum sealed remains of human remains were found in a freezer. Norton, being a long haul trucker, could have been responsible for obtaining some of the victims from all over the country. They're talking about them definitely. If this is true, they're, serial killers. There's a white van that was found on the property that's supposedly linked to the Springfield 3 case where 3 people came up missing. Another girl, Echo Lloyd, went missing about an hour from this site and is believed to be one of the victims. And then just today, I heard more stuff that people were going to this property and like vandalizing it and tearing shit up. And supposedly somebody set the whole place on fire last night and burned it to the ground. I don't know if it's true, but that's the newest word going on the internet now. Like all the neighbors, the surrounding people are just like freaking out and like got the pitchforks and the axes and stuff and the torches out.
They supposedly burned what down?
The whole
The
property.
place?
Yeah.
That's a crime scene, though. They couldn't have burned that down. That's under 24-hour surveillance right now.
I don't know.
Should be.
I'm just saying that's what's the rumors are flooding around the internet.
I'm stuck on freezer bags, vacuum packed freezer bags, thinking about long haul driver, thinking about how much meat, how much could they eat? If he's driving, is he taking meat places? Is he selling meat to places? Is he selling meat to a restaurant? Are human remains being brought around? Holy crap, this brings up a lot of questions.
Yeah, supposedly the other rumor is when the cops came in there, one of the guys was sitting there eating a sandwich that had some human meat on it, and one of the neighbors said that they gave him a sandwich, and now he's wondering if it also had ground human meat in it. I don't know, man.
If I lived next to them and ever ate anything from that house, whether I knew there was peoples or not, I would be sick knowing I ever ate from their house.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's like,
oh, good God.
It's crazy.
So like a finger hanging out? How do they know it was human meat in the sandwich? How do you put human meat in a sandwich?
Hey, you grind it up, fry it up. I don't know. I've never cooked a human before, so I don't really have any experience in it. But I mean,
deli meat.
I've seen deers cleaned, and fish and all kinds of other big animals, and I don't know. Yeah, I was looking up old stories. I did one on here a year or so ago. There was a guy that kind of same thing. He had he was taking people, killing them, and he was the guy known in the area that had the best beef jerky.
Oh yeah.
You remember that one?
Oh my God.
Yeah, full on Sweeney Todd, exactly.
Oh crap.
Yeah. But I mean, it makes sense, if one of the dudes is a truck driver, he's picking up girls
prostitute, yeah.
Yep. Giving a little chloroform, throw them in the back, take them home.
Taser, don't even need.
Crazy, man, crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well. What do I have here? Moving to California.
Crazy people.
Crazy Cali. A California man sues a psychic who said she could remove a witch's curse from X. I didn't pre-read this one. A California man is suing a Los Angeles psychic he paid paid for fraud because she allegedly claimed she could remove a witch's curse put on him by his ex-girlfriend for $5,100. Last month, Mario found Psychic Sophia, her website, that billed her as a PhD life coach and psychic love coach, according to the City News Service in Los Angeles. This made plaintiff more confident. I don't know who wrote this. This made plaintiff more confident that he was speaking with a professional. That's not even his name. That's not even correct English. Wait. That he was speaking with a professional that could help him. The lawsuit filed in the Superior Court stated. This is written like Star Wars talk. Adams gave. So the girl gave the guy a tarot reading when he visited her office and told him he had bad luck put. It's like, oh, you got a virus. We put on a virus and we'll pay you to take it back off.
Yeah.
She said that he has a bad luck put on by his ex and that she was a curse casting witch. Adams allegedly claimed his family would be unhappy and in danger unless he paid her $5,100 to remove the curse. Wow.
Why was it $5,100? Why not
That's-
just even 5,000? I mean,
That's what I'm wondering. What's the 100? Like a transfer fee or?
yeah. Got to cover the PayPal fee.
So the guy paid the tarot reader a $1,000 deposit, but she did not in any way help his marriage, the lawsuit said. This is what I get for not reading ahead, huh? He claimed his family would be. Oh, wait. So the guy says he has suffered anxiety and sleepless nights and is also suing for international and negligent infliction of emotional distress along with negligence and civil conspiracy. He's asking for $25,000 in damages. The lawsuit also names Adams' business psychic love specialist by Sophia, her husband, her daughter, and her landlords for her businesses, arguing that they all knew she was using her position to take advantage of clients, but did nothing to stop her, the news service reported. Adams did not immediately return to Fox News request. This is a Fox News freaking article. Like, none of it is written correctly.
You know, I gotta like wonder, like, you know, when somebody does a tarot reading for you and was like, oh, you have a curse and I can get rid of it for $5,100, and the other person's like, huh, that sounds like a good deal, let's go with it. I mean, who has $5,100 to just plunk down on a perhaps witch that can get rid of a curse for you? You know, I mean, I could see if it was like $300 or something. You know, the $5,000, that's like a serious commitment, you know.
Well, say he comes in and he's like, you're not supposed to give information, but say he's like, well, he could go in and say nothing and then like hint to her, like, I feel like I have a curse, or go in and say, can you read for me? I think an ex might have put a curse on me. But to straight pull a card, say you have an ex that put a curse on you, and I'll clear it for you for this. That's extortion.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the same thing as when they throw a virus on your computer. They say, oh, we just detected a virus. Now upgrade to this and we'll clean it for you.
Yeah.
Or, never mind.
Yep.
The antidote.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Halloween is coming up. Here's a real quick one, and just wanted to say, everybody, happy Halloween. Go get your pumpkin today. Jamie, I can't believe you put that up there. So my next story.
One in the pink.
Hey, my next story was the one I talked about last week, where the guy, he lives down here in South Florida, young guy, tattoo artist. You may recognize him if you ever watch Ink Masters. He was on season 6 and went pretty far, but yeah, he got bit by a 12-foot king cobra, and there's a really good video on YouTube talking about it. His name is Tyler Nolan, and he's under Tyler Nolan Tattoos, I think, on YouTube. But anyways, this is his friend Chandler. He's another. Both these guys are, young. I say young; they're in their 30s. But and they're professional. I mean, they're good at what they do. A lot of people think, you're handling venomous snakes, man, you're crazy. Yeah, a little bit crazy, yeah. But they've been doing it their whole lives, and so sometimes, you play with fire, you get bit. He got bit by 12-foot king cobra, which is not a snake you want to get bit by. And he went to the hospital, of course, got a shizzle load of anti-venom. And there's this one part in a little interview where his friend Chandler's talking to him here, and he asks him to tell him about his out-of-body experience. And that's the part of this. I'm not showing the whole video, but this is like about 5 or 6 minutes of it. And he talks about what his experience was with his out-of-body experience, near-death experience, whatever you want to call it. I will play the video here. I just thought this part was kind of interesting, and kind of like, we talk about this stuff all the time. And, you hear about people that are in a coma, and like I've said a dozen times before, that I always wonder if people could communicate like with a ghost box or something, if they're, not dead, but incapacitated, in a coma, whatever. And, well, this is what Tyler has to say about it.
Dude, the cop escorted us all the way to the hospital with our lights on. Got to the hospital super fast. Jeff was already waiting there. I already had 12 vials of anti-venom. I got intubated within 15 minutes of being up.
And if you notice, he is missing part of his finger.
Hospital. I'll include it. I'm giving Chandler some pictures to show you guys.
Yeah, we're going to be putting them right now. Look.
So you can see, like, I'm completely intubated. I'm on life support right now. They put a breathing tube down me. This, that, and the other thing. I was in pretty much a coma for a few days, the first few days. And, dude, it was intense. And then the next day, like, I wake up for a little bit and I'm feeling okay. I already got like 12 vials of anti-venom, and the doctors are like, all right, you're doing good. Like, everything is getting back to normal. My heart was having crazy murmurs. Mine was stopping, and it was like, I was not going to live. Like, it was crazy. Tom Crutchfield was in tears literally at the hospital, like, because everybody thought that I was dead.
His facility, his animal, and
dude,
one of his good friends getting nailed.
It was intense, bro. Like, imagine being at your own funeral, because I was dying in the hospital. Like, technically, like, they did not think I was living from this bite. And I had people, like my family members and my friends, and like, dude, a lot of people came to the hospital and they got next to my bed and they were like, saying their goodbyes and like showing me pictures and stuff, and like, just like saying that. Dude, it was the most mind-blowing experience.
Speaking of mind-blowing, dude,
gives me chills.
I need you to share the story about you astral projecting.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And hearing what Jeff said.
Dude, like, when they intubated me, they had to put me out. They had to put me out under. They used like ketamine or something like that. And when they put me under, dude, I astral projected super hard. Like, my body, like, I feel like it. it left me, like my consciousness or something, like my energy or spirit or something I felt leave my body, and I could see everybody in the hospital room still, and I could hear everything still, but I was under, everything was black, and I was like I was in this other world. It was really crazy. And then I was under for a long time, and then maybe like 2 days later, a day or two, something like that. I don't remember the time because I don't remember. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
you were pumped full of venom from what couldn't go
right, but I was in like this coma state, so I don't really remember how long that actually was. I would have to ask my parents or something. But I woke up a couple days later because I could hear the doctor telling my family. The doctor was specifically telling my father, if he doesn't wake up, the swelling in my arm was getting so bad from the venom, it was getting up to here. So they were going to have to do a flessiotomy on my arm, which I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when you have rattlesnake bites and stuff like that, or any kind of bite that you got really bad swelling of your limbs, they do the spiral cut all the way down wherever you got bit to relieve pressure, but it ruins your limbs, whatever they do. Yeah, I would be way worse off than just losing the tip of my finger, which honestly I shouldn't have even lost the tip. I got super lucky. When I did wake up, like I said before, the doctor was telling my dad, he was like, yo, if he doesn't wake up, like, we're gonna have to do this procedure, blah blah blah. And I remember hearing this, and I was intubated, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta like start moving my fingers. I gotta start telling them, like, don't cut me open. I gotta do something. I gotta move somehow to tell them that I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna pull out of this. And dude, finally, after trying, I remember thinking in the bed, I was like, I couldn't see anything, couldn't move, couldn't anything. I was like, come on, if I could just move a finger, like, dude, it's crazy. And then finally, like, I was moving my fingers, and I could hear my mom, like, oh, he's moving his fingers. And then finally, like, everybody started like touching me, and they start rubbing you to get your like blood flow to come back and stuff like that. And I woke up, and dude, it was crazy. I pretty much had to beg the doctor not to cut me open. I was like, yo, there's not necessary.
It's not.
It please really don't do this. Yeah, I've dealt with cobra bites and rattlesnake bites before with other people that I've been there when it happened. I remember what happened with them. Like, do not do it to me. Do not do it to me. And they did it, thankfully.
Scapiotomies, guys, not just with king cobra bites, like you said, rattlesnake bites too, you swell up, and they think that they need to relieve the pressure. So they'll do a big incision, and then you have these nasty permanent scars for the rest of your life. But the incisions aren't necessary. The swelling will go down. So I have friends who know about this already. They were tagged by rattlesnakes, and they were out, and they wake up and they did the operation. They're pissed. They were extremely pissed off because they did this, and they have permanent scars. I've met a couple people, but my buddy, it's nasty. It's literally just going up their arm, giant scars. It looks like they have the 2 Wolverine claws that are supposed to come out.
Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would want to jump out of it's like literally jumping out of your body. Like, no.
Yeah, it's it's weird. I mean, you hear people that are under like that or in a coma or whatever, and they, when they come to, later on, they always tell that same kind of story that they could, hear and see what was going on. And I had my own experience like that. I passed out at work one day. I think I was 24, right around there, 23, 24. I was working, spraying surfboards, and everything started flashing, and in my head, the wires were all not connecting. And I just passed out, had a grand mal seizure, and I was totally unconscious on the floor, and I was out for 45 minutes. My brother thought I was like dying or dead, and I had the same kind of experience. Like, when I was out, I didn't really come to until I got to the hospital, but I remember the paramedics being there. I remember my brother standing over me. I remember what the paramedics said, and like after a few days later when I was in the hospital, I remember telling my brother, I was like, yeah, those paramedics were smart asses. They were like, when they went to pick me up, I said, I remember the one guy looking at the other guy and saying, hope you ate your Wheaties, he's a biggin. And my brother's like, wait. My brother's like, wait a minute, how you were like totally out of it. He was freaked out that I'm
So
telling
they
him.
really
Please.
said that. So your
Yeah.
brother knew that
Yeah.
you did hear that.
Yeah. It was weird. It was like I was out of my body, like looking, and I could see everybody. I knew what the paramedics looked like. I could see my brother. I could see the shop. I could see the inside of the ambulance. Everything. It was bizarre.
So from your POV laying down, or were you looking down at yourself? Like, did you see you, or
Yeah.
you just?
Yeah, I could
So
see everything.
how high up? Like, how far down were you looking? Like, to the top of the ambulance, or were you like way up and you could see the whole street scene down?
No, I couldn't see the street. I could just see inside the ambulance. Like, it was almost like it was like I was in the ambulance, but instead of laying in the ambulance, it was like I was laying upside down on the ceiling looking down. I wasn't
Holy
like
shit.
20 feet up. And I remember being in the hospital, and the doctors coming in. And I was out 45 minutes to an hour, had a grand mal seizure. And man, when I actually woke up, holy crap, I was so literally physically and mentally exhausted. It was like
from the seizure?
Yeah, just from everything that happened to me.
You said it's a what seizure?
A grand mal seizure.
Grand mal? What is that?
Yeah, that's just like a bad epileptic, just like the worst kind of seizures you can have, pretty much.
Oh, damn.
And it literally kicked my ass. It took me, I was in ICU for 3 days, and they couldn't figure out what happened to me. The one doctor that was in there, he was like, I don't know, maybe you just eat too much. And I'm, here's your answer to that. And they literally said, well, we're gonna take an educated guess. I'm like, what does that mean? And he's like, basically, we're gonna flip a quarter. And they diagnosed me with epilepsy, and they put me on epilepsy, medication. And they're like, yeah, you won't be able to drive anymore. You won't be able to do this. You won't be able to do that. And I took that stuff for probably a good 8 months or so. And it was just messing me up so bad. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. Everything hurt. Like all my muscles ached, everything.
Oh my God. Bro.
I remember getting up one morning, and it was when I was in my 20s, and I was in fairly good shape. I wasn't big fat ass like I am now. And I used to surf every day, fish every day, all that. And I just remember getting up one morning, walking in the kitchen, opening the refrigerator, grabbing all that medication. I kicked the door open and I threw that shit out in the yard. I'm like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. If I'm gonna die because of this, I'm not gonna be on these damn pills. And my doctors were freaking out.
Because you just went cold turkey.
Yeah.
Because were you supposed to wean off of one of those?
Yeah, they're like, you can't just stop taking it. And I'm like, dude, you're not in my body. My body's telling me, I'm listening to my body. I'm not listening to you guys. Sorry.
I've done that where I've kicking myself off stuff I should have weaned because I just wanted it out now.
Yeah.
And got, it was like some sort of Prozac or some antidepressant thing that was like totally screwing my head up.
Yeah.
But with something like that, I'd be afraid like it could cause a seizure or something.
Yeah. I never had seizures after that. I never had another one like that, but I would get this crazy flickering in my eye, the same thing that started out when I had this, and for years I would get that. And it would, at first, the first time it happened, several months after that, first time it happened, I was like, oh shit, it's going to happen. I'm freaking out and thinking the same thing's going to happen. And I just, everyone, no rhyme or reason. It would just happen every once in a while. Sometimes I'd be driving, a few times I'd have to pull over on the side of the road, because I don't want to like kill myself or somebody else. So I'd pull over, and when I started playing in bands and stuff, I told all my band members, I'm like, hey, if you guys ever see me, like, put
You're
my
not joking
and walk off, it's because I'm having this issue. and it never really happened. I don't know. Something about playing music takes my mind to a different place, and I've never had that issue. And luckily, knock on some wood, I haven't had it happen in several years now. So hopefully that chapter in my life is done with.
Well, good. I
But,
say it's done, but still got to keep it in the mind it could happen.
yeah,
Are you up on the next article, or am I?
you.
Okay.
But yeah, his story just it kind of reminded me of my own kind of whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it, out of body experience, near death experience, whatever.
That's crazy. Especially your brother must have been tripping.
Yeah, he was like, "What? Wait a minute. How do you know?"
So this guy has to have the absolute worst hiding spot. I mean, my cat can hide better than this. Police find a wanted man hiding under a blanket with his feet sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I sent you the picture of the blanket with the feet.
Let's see, where the heck is it? Yeah, it's weird. I've had dreams about that kind of thing where I've been like hiding and like my foot or my hand or my elbow or something. I'm like, damn it, the blanket's not big enough.
Police find wanted man hiding under a blanket with his feet sticking out. Police have released an image of a wanted man who they found hiding in a wardrobe with a blanket on his head, but with his feet sticking out the bottom like a toddler playing hide and seek. Do you have the picture, or should
Yeah.
I send it back?
Yeah, I have it here.
Like a toddler playing hide and seek. This hilarious picture shows the moment a wanted criminal, and look at his toes. A wanted criminal was found by police hiding in a wardrobe with a blanket on his head. Resembling a toddler playing hide and seek, the 36-year-old suspect's feet were still visible as they were sticking out from under the blanket in which he was hiding under. Derbyshire police posted snaps of the man who was caught when cops raided a house in Derby's on Monday, October 4th. They arrested the hapless suspect on suspicion of carrying out a string of thefts across South Derbyshire. Derbyshire,
Yep.
and later shared an image of the man on a Facebook page. What do you think about the suspect's hiding skills? Let us know in the comments. Oh, talking to the police Facebook page, they said, if we can find you hiding in the loft, if we will run through garden fences to arrest you, are we not going to look in the cupboard? Would we not recognize you hiding under a blanket? S&T have been out again doing their early morning door knocks for wanted offenders. Despite being told the offenders was not at the address, officers still searched the address. Wait, they knock on doors for what? A 36-year-old male has been arrested after being found hiding in the cupboard under a blanket. And they said wardrobe. I thought they meant a closet. Found hiding in the cupboard under a blanket. His big feet gave him away. One more charge and remanded for committing thefts in South Derbyshire. Sergeant Nizzer said, if you run from the police, you will only go to jail tired. In this case, he had his blanket ready for sleep in his cell. People took to social media to mock the man, comparing him to not so bright Father Dougal McGuire, the character in the hit TV comedy Father Ted. Julie Goodwin said, "These are the stories that you tell in the pub. I have a few that no one would believe being a nurse. As they say, you couldn't make it up." Then they added the hide and seek skills. So they're just like mocking and making fun. But yeah, so some dude tried to hide from the police like that.
Sweet. He's like, if I had pulled the blanket over my head, they can't see me.
And look how his toes are all curled up. Like he's like, are they going to see me? Are they going to see me? Are they going to see me?
Wow. Yep, there's those kind of people running around the world, driving cars that weigh thousands of pounds. And the only thing that separates them from you coming the opposite direction is a white line in the road. Think about how scary that is.
Or you're walking down the aisle in the grocery store and they pass you by.
Yep. They could be looking for people to take home and put in a cage.
Yeah.
They could be at the grocery store shopping for spices.
Oh, you are going to use it. I was going to ask you today. I was going to resend it and say, can you do...
It was weird. I was watching a YouTube video last night. 15 of the world's most craziest creatures, and this was one of them. Yeah, they were calling them something else, but they're basically still the same thing. Hundreds of three-eyed dinosaur shrimp emerge after Arizona monsoon.
I used to have horseshoe crabs that kind of look like that, but not really.
Yeah, that's kind of what they look like. Yeah, these. Following a torrential summer downpour in northern Arizona, these dinosaur shrimp invaded Zach's yard. Anyways, not really, but in northern Arizona, hundreds of bizarre prehistoric-looking critters emerged. They could be heading to your house, Zach, from tiny eggs and began swimming around in a temporary lake on a desert landscape, according to officials in the Wupatki National Monument. These tadpole-sized creatures called triops look like little mini horseshoe crabs with 3 eyes. Lauren Carter, lead interpretation ranger at the Wupatki National Monument, told Live Science, their eggs can lay dormant for decades in the desert until enough rainfall falls to create lakes to provide real estate and time for the hatchlings to mature and lay eggs for the next generation. You know, you talk about weird animals and stuff. You know, eggs can lay dormant for long periods of time. And then, boom, here comes these little creatures. Following a monsoon in late July, we knew that there was water in the ball court, but we weren't expecting anything to be living in it. Then a visitor came up and said, hey, y'all got tadpoles down in your ball court. At first, Carter wondered if the toads, which lived underground burrows during the dry season, had emerged during the wet spell to lay eggs. To investigate, she went to the ball court, which was originally built by the indigenous people at Wupatki. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm just going to go with it. I just scooped it up with my hand and looked, and I was like, what the heck is this? I had no idea, Carter said, but then she felt an inkling of familiarity. Carter had been previously working at a petrified forest national park in northeastern Arizona and recalled reports of triops there. So then I had to look it up. Triops, which is Greek for 3 eyes, are sometimes called dinosaur shrimp because of their long evolutionary history. The ancestors of these crustaceans evolved during the Devonian period, 419 million to 359 million years ago. Seems like that should be the other way around. 359 to 419 million years ago. And the appearance has changed very little since then, according to Central Michigan University. They don't emerge until much later during the season when enough rain falls for the eggs to hatch. After hatching, tribes can grow to 1.5 inches long with a shield-like carapace that looks like a miniature helmet. According to Central Michigan University, their eyes make them look angry and wise at the same time. They have 2 large black rim compound eyes like those of a dragonfly or bee and a small oculus or simple eye between them. Oculus eyes are common among arthropods, a group of insects, crustaceans, and arachnids, which are filled with simple photoreceptors that help these creatures direct light. It says they can live up to 90 days, but the pond at the ball court lasted just 3 to 4 weeks, Carter said. Almost immediately, local birds took notice and were ravenous, and nighthawks were swooping down in the water to gobble up these critters. It's unknown how many triops managed to lay eggs before the lake dried up. Rangers will have to wait for the next monsoon to find out.
I loved my horseshoe crabs. That's too bad that they only live 90 days, but they were so cute and they were so good at stirring up the sand, to help pull up to the skimmer pump and all that.
Yeah.
Like the sand sifter stars and the horseshoe crabs, all that like sifts the sand. But they were like so sweet. They're like little dogs. I would pet them.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a little known fact. It's one of those, meaningless facts that I know, but horseshoe crabs, you think they're crabs, crustaceans, and all that because they're in the water and all, but they're actually related to scorpions and arachnid spiders.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah. They look all cute on the top, and then you flip them over, and they look.
Oh
like,
God, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like alien underneath the shell.
Oh God! And the horseshoe crab, you get some big ones in Florida, don't you?
Yeah, we get real
Like
big
big
ones.
ass horseshoe crabs.
Big ass horseshoe crabs.
Speaking of random fact, I found out North America does have a species of marsupial. You think marsupial is only in the rainforest, right? What do you think is a common animal, which is a marsupial?
Is it a possum or something? Or
It is a possum.
hey, man, I know something.
I was looking it up the other day, trying to figure out what slid through this really small gap to eat the food I left out for the dog. And I was looking for things with like fixed skeleton, this and that. And I found out possums are actually marsupials. I used to want to get my license because I wanted to get some ringtail lemurs a long time ago, and then I decided not to do that. But I was going to get my license and all that because I was like addicted to them.
Yep. You said dick.
Addicted. What slapped you in the chin? Addicted.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So we're going to match that with a story I got from Jason last week. So if you guys heard this on Paranormal Soup already, we're going to hear it again just because it's funny. A weed smoking poltergeist must be, and how do you say that word? Canuck?
Yep. Canuck.
Canuck. Well, I thought Canuck was like a fish. Canuck chase.
Chinook.
Oh yeah, Chinook. Living in a flat above a shop usually means you are subjected to many unusual smells and sounds during the daytime, depending on the niche in which the shop exists. If you spent your time in a dwelling located above a bakery, for instance, you'd probably wake up feeling hungry every day due to the pastries being cooked only a few meters from your bed. If you lived above a hairdresser, you might even have to keep your windows closed during the day. However, nobody really thinks about what might happen at night until it's too late. Sarah Mills lived on her own, so she rented the cheapest property she could find. She split from her last boyfriend more than 6 months ago, and apart from going to work, they rarely moved from in front of her. She rarely moved from in front of her television. The flat she rented was directly above a sandwich shop in the village, just outside of Canuck. She would wake every morning to the smell of fried bacon and sausage, but that didn't bother her too much. In fact, she never once complained about a smell during the daytime. It was one of the ones at night that began to cause a problem. Sarah had been living in the flat for around 3 months when she first began to notice something odd happening during the early hours of the morning. She would wake up in her bed and instantly get the strongest whiff of cannabis smoke. Sarah presumes somebody was going into the shop downstairs at night and smoking it, or maybe they were even growing it in a back room or something. After a couple of nights of this, Sarah decided to investigate. One morning, just before she left for her office job, Sarah nipped into the sandwich shop beneath her flat and approached the counter. She asked the ladies working there if they could ever smell weed, and she explained what had been happening during the night. The ladies were perplexed and slightly amused, but they were adamant the pungent odor was definitely not coming from their shop. They did, however, agree to check their CCTV cameras in case someone had been sneaking in during the night. That evening, Sarah arrived home to find a note pushed through her front door. It was from the ladies downstairs who run the sandwich shop. They explained that the CCTV didn't show anything unusual, and so the smell must be coming from somewhere else. The issue was there was literally nowhere else it could be coming from. Sarah was confused, but her quest for discovering the truth only strengthened. That evening, at the same time as the last few nights, Sarah awoke in her bedroom to the strong smell of marijuana. But this time something was different. She couldn't place her finger on it, but she almost felt like she was being watched. All of a sudden, Sarah jumped out of bed and ran towards her living room after hearing the sound of something smashing. It was a photograph of her brother. The frame and the glass were both smashed, and the picture lay on her living room carpet. Sarah's brother passed away 3 years ago at the age of 33. He suffered a sudden heart attack, never recovered. The doctor said he had some unusual health defect that he had lived with his entire life. They just decided it too late to offer treatment. After listening, another interesting thing about Sarah's brother is he loved to smoke. Everything fell into place, and Sarah realized her brother was most likely attempting to make contact with her from beyond the grave. And how many of you who have had a loved one pass on, every so often you smell like a whiff of like the cigar they smoked, or roses, or their perfume, things like that. So this definitely sounds plausible. Cigarette smoke, things like that, are things that people smell all the time. Why not weed?
Yeah, my old house out there, we used to just be, we after Darcy's dad passed, we totally renovated the house, like, completely stripped carpet, the walls, like drywalled a lot of it, did everything, completely renovated the place, and we'd just be sitting there watching TV. Not, no weird show or anything, just watching a movie or whatever. All of a sudden, it was like somebody walked up to us, took a hit off a cigarette, and blew the smoke right in our face. I mean, cigarettes, no doubt about it, And her dad used to smoke cigarettes, he used to smoke like a chimney, and it was weird. But what's even weirder is right after the cigarette smell would be super strong and it would go away, it was always followed by a perfume, a florally perfume smell. And it would last just like maybe 30 seconds or a minute and go away.
So how many of you guys think it was the brother, brother, or how many do you think it is the women in the bakery and they're just pulling this lady's leg?
Yeah, they could have been making brownies or something.
Yeah.
And,
I want to believe it's the brother.
Yeah, could be. I know the picture they use in this picture right here, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that at a poltergeist when the thing came out of the door?
Yeah, like
But
number two, was it number 2?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Margie, that's Captain Rasmussen with the cigar.
Oh,
I've smelt that several times too.
nice.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens. Can't really explain it, you know. At first, you know, I'm thinking out at my old house, I'm thinking, you know, there's got to be cigarette smoke like left in here somewhere, but no, I mean we completely stripped that place and redid everything, and it was like when it would happen, it would be strong, 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 and then it would just as fast as it showed up, it would disappear. Weird. I've even like, you know, it sounds weird, but I've smelled my mom here, you know, since she passed. You know, she's had this one perfume she used to get at Belk's or whatever, and it was just her smell. And every once in a while, I'll smell it. It'll just be here for a few seconds and then it's gone. It's weird.
Almost like she walks by.
Yep.
I'm going to scratch the squirrel nuts story for next week. But I definitely want to talk about the wedgie still.
All right.
Do you still have one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is you know, we talk about, you know, the Amazon Echo and, you know, all the stuff listening to you and watching you, including your cell phones. You know, we all walk around with a cell phone. Well, now Amazon is going to release an autonomous home robot. And there was a video of this. I'm not going to play the video, but what it says about it. The online giant's new robot, Astro. Instead of Alexa, now we're going to have Astro. He'll roam around your house equipped with cameras and microphones. Well, that sounds safe, doesn't it? Nobody's going to be, you know, like, I get it. It's cool. Technology is cool, but what it could be used for is just not really that cool. But, you know, the video.
Especially if they get hacked.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, you think, hey, there's a robot in the house, you know, if somebody can hack it, well, they can run the robot around your house and, hey, there's nobody in here. Let's go.
Camera up your slur.
Yeah, upskirt video. Yeah. You know, the mischievousness is endless. Powered by Amazon's Alexa smart home technology, the pint-sized robot, which has been in development for years, will be one of the first true home robots to hit the market. Equipped with wheels and an emotive face display screen, Astro can move autonomously around the home while avoiding obstacles and can even recognize specific individuals through facial recognition.
Wasn't that the dog's name on Jetsons?
Yep. Offering the same suite of features as Amazon's existing Alexa devices, the robot can also be used for home security, patrolling your rooms with an extendable periscope camera when you're not at home, and alerting you if any unknown individuals happen to stray within range. It can also be used to carry small objects from one person to another within a household. As always, however, the elephant in the room with this device is privacy. There's no doubt a lot of people might not take too kindly to the idea of playing host to a mobile robot that can record video and audio of their home at all times of the day and night. To combat these concerns, Amazon has made it clear that Astro can be restricted from entering certain areas, and it's also possible to disable the cameras and microphones with a switch. The price tag, too, is likely to be a concern. Astro is currently available only to select customers for $999.99. Hey, it's under $1,000 by a penny. And once it hits the retail stores, it will sell for an even higher price tag of $1,449.99. Whether it will ultimately catch on with customers remains to be seen. How many of you would want cute little Astro running around your house?
Alexa still lives in my trunk, so
Yeah, ours is unplugged and dehooked.
you saw I played with that for a few weeks till I started catching on.
Yeah, my Alexa, I had it hooked up, you know, and it was Some every now and then it would do weird things. Like in the middle of the night, you'd be laying there in bed.
Giggle.
Yeah, it'd be all silent, and you just hear. It's like, what in the hell is going on?
I tried warning people, but I was paranoid.
Yeah. Go to the bathroom, and Alexa's like,
Well, you heard about
come on, give me a break.
the guy that was jerking. He was jerking off, and it was on the news. And right when he was done, he was laying there, and all of a sudden the thing started laughing.
Exactly. It's like, wow.
I don't know why I whispered it, because I still whispered it across the radio, but
Across the internet, jerking.
He was jerking off.
He was jerking the gherkin.
Jerking,
Yeah.
gherkin.
And Astro would be recording it,
Oh, God. I'm getting mental images I don't need right now.
Astro's like little dude on the floor, but behind that screen is a periscope, like it said in the article, and in the video the periscope comes up so you can get a high level camera going too, so you get two views of you doing whatever. And,
Plus, if you have your own home security and it hacks into your home network and you have cameras in your bedroom, then you have those angles too.
Yep. Takes home porn to a whole new level. Hey, who put this on the internet? Damn it again, Astro, come on.
Even with all the cameras that Jeff and I had, there was no cameras in bathrooms or bedrooms.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I get the technology. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, it's kind of cool, and in the video, the couple that, the husband brings it home, and little Astro's running around the floor, and the wife's like, a robot? Seriously? And it shows it doing things and playing with the kids, and she's like, Astro, follow me, and she's talking to her grandmother, and it's all cute, and the lady's just kind of like rolling her eyes. And then at the very end, Astro brings her a beer.
Oh, God. So what? Then they're friends?
She's like, okay, I'm sold. Yep.
God, freaking Americans. We get bought so easy.
Yeah.
A donut and a lap dance.
Yep. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
I'm not interested. I'm not. Oh, really? Okay. Well, how
And
much?
some French fries, a donut, and a lap dance.
I get the technology. I mean, it is cool, but there's just so many things that could go wrong.
My dad had really fun robots that didn't record and go to the cloud and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like those one robots, like the big white ones that you get that were kind of expensive, and you try to it could pick stuff up.
Yeah.
You know which ones I'm talking about.
Yep.
Like those are cool. Those didn't freak me out. The odd I see two big ass eyeballs leading to God knows what looking at me back. Which I know the same thing as I'm sitting here. I've got this camera, those have tape.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm always being recorded.
Yep.
Anyways, even if the app isn't on. I know TikTok constantly records whether you're recording or not. We agree to it. So I'm aware of that. When I'm in the bathroom looking at TikTok, I'm very well aware of the fact that anything I'm doing, they can, whoever's monitoring can see that. So I use everything at my own discretion. That I don't like. The Hatchimals that came out for kids, I wasn't sold on.
Yeah, those are weird.
Yeah, they didn't advertise cameras in those, but I felt like there could be.
Yeah.
I still wanted to dissect my Alexa before, because I was convinced.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a friend of mine that builds robots, but he builds those BattleBot robots.
Those are so cool.
But yeah. And, I don't know. You hear Elon Musk is building that AI robot, and he warns people, you probably might not want to use it, but he's making it anyways because there's a demand for it.
Exactly.
So he's like, yeah, you might not want to go there. That's pretty bad when you're going to make a device and you warn people not to use it, but hey, I'm going to make it anyways if you want it.
Oh, in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
So has anybody had I got a weird chill. Has anybody ever had a wedgie so bad that you thought you're gonna die? This woman did. And you think about all the people that would do, what was it called when they pull the underwears up over the heads?
Yeah. My bunghole goes.
While on a date with her boyfriend, and I get, yeah. And so with the arrow, they say those are the suspected shorts in question. While on a date with her boyfriend, Sam said her tight shorts left her fixing a constant wedgie, but the inconvenience turned into something more serious when she was rushed to the hospital.
Damn.
A woman has revealed that she almost died after wearing high-waisted shorts for 8 hours. Sam from North Carolina ended up in a life-threatening situation after wearing tight denim shorts on a date with her boyfriend. The date, which was 3 years ago, lasted 8 hours, and while the shorts were, quote, uncomfortable, she chose to, quote, ignore it and just enjoy my time. The following day, the 25-year-old recalled feeling very ill and sore when she noticed a lump where the chafing had been, which, as time went on, became incredibly sore. So she went to the doctor, who prescribed her antibiotics for a skin infection. But the morning after receiving the medication, Sam went into what she later learned was a septic shock. After getting a cellulitis, a deep infection of the skin, and was rushed to hospital, where she was told she might have to undergo an operation to remove the infection. Sam told her story on her TikTok account. Oh, that's her thing. We can find, I should have pulled that up. When she recovered from the infection, which has now been viewed more than 8 million times. She said, wearing shorts on one of my first dates with my boyfriend and having a wedgie for 8 hours, then having a sore ass for a few days. After a few days, started to feel, that could go either way. After a few days, started to feel sick and went to the doctor. They gave me antibiotics for a possible skin infection in my ass crack. Next day, feeling awful. I can't walk, so I go into the ER and insist I'm in the worst stabbing pain. Gets admitted to the ICU, and doc says I have sepsis and cellulitis. I'm not pronouncing it correctly, probably. Spends a week in ICU. Doctors tell me they may need to cut off, I don't know the medical terms, the part of my ass that is infected. Constantly having to show my ass to doctors every day. And I can picture if she used the voice detect voice.
Yep.
You know that voice, show my ass.
Yeah.
To doctors every day. They did not have to do the surgery, thank the good ass lords, but I did endure the trauma of my mother taking selfies of me while I'm asleep in the hospital bed. In the comment, she clarified that she did pick my wedgie a lot throughout. She says, I did pick my wedgie a lot throughout the 8 hours, okay? Luckily, she has now made a full recovery, only with her pride being bruised by constantly having to show my ass to doctors every day. Okay, so I'm sure it's not just the shorts, but she probably had like a thong. They didn't say what type of underwear she was wearing.
Yeah.
And you can get, if it's lace or whatever, a pretty good wedgie. Once that gets in there, and if it's like lace, that starts to burn. That with some tight shorts, yeah, there you go.
There's a picture. There's a picture of
Big old blooming onion.
Happy Halloween.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me personally, I mean, I don't really wear Daisy Dukes that often. But if I put them on and they were that tight, I'd be like, nope, can't wear these.
Because then every time you bend over, it's like a string going,
Yeah.
you know.
You
And
saw
then
your
if you
ass
think
crack.
about like sweating, bacteria, all that is constantly being rubbed into your ass crack.
Yeah. But then again, she is the kind of girl that apparently that, puts on these little tiny tight shorts and gets an infection in her ass crack and then tells the whole world about it on TikTok.
Exactly.
Normally that's something you'd be like, oh shit, I don't want anybody
She reenacts it. Like, yeah, I don't think she's all that humiliated, traumatized by it.
Yeah. Anything for those hits and likes.
So
I'll
I don't
exploit
know what the
my-
moral of this story is.
I'll exploit my torn up taint for likes.
Torn up taint.
Torn up taint. A festered taint. I don't know.
Oh shit.
It sounds painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about fashion.
It's all about the look.
It's all about looking good in them tight booty shorts.
Yeah.
It kind of caught my attention when she said it was her first date with her boyfriend. I'm like, damn, went from first date to boyfriend awful quick.
Maybe it's because it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
It's like a boyfriend now.
Boyfriend now.
And why 3 years are we hearing about it? Because now there's TikTok. She wants to re-talk about it.
Yeah. Remember that time my taint got tore up from them tiny shorts?
Remember that time on our first date? She told your friends you tore my ass up?
Yeah.
It's really a wedgie.
It's really a wedgie.
Or the friends say, no, you said you tore her ass up, not the wedgie. We read an article.
Yep.
We saw her TikTok.
Yeah. Either way you go about it, that was a sticky situation. Probably. Yeah. You can't walk around with a hurt butt crack, though. That could makes doing everything kind of a pain in the butt. Walking, sitting, peeing, pooping, riding in a merry-go-round, horseback riding. That would have sucked with a torn up taint. I don't know. There's worse that happens though. You could be making sandwiches out of the girls you kept in a cage. So I take the tight daisy shorts over that.
While wearing the daisy shorts.
While wearing, yeah. It's probably the guy that's putting her in the cage answering the door like, Buffalo Bill doing the little creepy dance. Wiener tucked between his legs. Oh, that's a mental image I just shouldn't think about. Well, I think that's it for me in articles.
Well, I suppose I can move on to our astrology this week.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Hold on one second, because I sent it to you, but not me.
Yeah, tight Daisy Dukes. It's like the time no, I'm not even going to tell that story. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm just not even going to go there. Never mind. Next subject.
You do know you're going to have to tell me later.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on my walk tonight, I noticed it was very, very dark, very, very relaxing out there. And that's because we are in a new moon. The moon is in Libra. And when I took the screenshot, we were at 0.1239% illuminated. Upcoming, our full moon is in 13 days, and the first quarter is in 6 days. The new moon in Libra. New moons are the best times to plant your seeds of intentions for what you want to bring in. This new moon is in Libra, the energy of balance, harmony, and relationships. This is a chance to form new bonds and reshape existing ones. This is also an invitation to deepen our connection with ourselves as a way to better harmonize with other people and attune to their reality. Expect radical shifts and direction as you find self-confidence, discipline, and deep insights. Allow yourself to be infused with grace and harmony. Take a deep breath and center yourself. Recharge, reset, and rebalance. October is the month of 6. According to numerology, October 2021 is a 6 universal month. And that means 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 1 plus 5 equals 6. The number 6 shows up as a kind of cosmic parental force. It is a powerful sign that it's safe to take time to parent yourself and nurture your inner gifts. It may be clear to you what this message relates to. So Wednesday, October 6th, which is today, we have 6-6. Today is a 6-6 power day. In numerology, the 6 is often called the love number because it holds the vibration of unconditional love, protection, and sanctuary. Feel divinely held and supported this day. Angel number 66 is a clear sign that your inner child needs attention. And you're being divinely guided by your angels to do this. So slow down and accept the healing energy that is abundantly available to you. So between October 6th through the 12th, which is today through Tuesday, what's going on? We have today the new moon in Libra, relational intelligence, conflict and resolution, seeing from another's point of view, I said you, frustration and motivation to heal all the wounds. October 12th, we will have the first quarter moon in Capricorn. October 7th through November 5th, Venus is in Sagittarius, and that's exploring new territory and relationships, expanding upon our senses of self-worth, personal values, and aesthetics, seeking levity, laughter, and novelty. And then October 10th, Saturn stations direct in Aquarius. So that's one that's in retro right now that will go direct. And a heightened sense of responsibility in humanitarianism, seeking or creating systems that support innovation and a fresh approach. So for the new moon, like tonight when I go out and do my meditation, I like to attune to the moon. I affirm to the moon. I have my own that I say. If you just want to go out there and give an affirmation, you can say, I am ready to start a new chapter. I am ready to manifest abundance. I welcome love into my life. I am ready for growth. I am ready to accept change. And October's mantra is, I am ready for peace.
That sounds good.
So the next week should be pretty chill.
Man, I hope so. Because this past week for me is kind of sucked.
And then I stuck this in the comments of my posts. So if you guys wanted to take a look, yeah, there's some misspellings because I did it at the last minute again. But it's out there if you guys want to take a look later.
Yeah, that's some pretty good stuff in there. Hopefully this week will be better. There was some stuff in there that I could definitely use. And this past week, I had a house full of people, house guests that was, a little stressful. And I had lost a couple of friends this week. So that always sucks. Yeah. And then I walk out and my neighbor, I'm like, hey, where you been? And found out her husband just died. I'm like, damn, she lives right across the street from me. I didn't know that. So yeah. And, I got a lot of projects going on as usual. And Janice pulled a card for me today and it talked about focus and, what was it? I'm having a brain fart for the word.
Her card went with my card. I pulled a 6 of Swords the other day. The card she pulled for me today went with my 6 of Swords.
Yeah, it was like focus and determination and the other word that I'm totally brain farting on. But I'm like, yeah, I could use some focus and stuff right now because sometimes I feel like I have ADHD or whatever it's called. Like I get going in so many different directions. I get frustrated because I don't get everything done that I have in my mental.
Plus, you're a Capricorn.
Yeah. Yeah. So we could do some cards, I reckon.
Yeah.
I got, I mentioned it in Jason's show last week. We were talking about weird stuff that happened. And I said, yeah, I'll have one for Wednesday. It's a short little one, but, nothing really weird has happened around here. The other night, I was going to bed and where my bed is in my bedroom, it's directly across from the bathroom. And if the bathroom door is open, I can see the bathroom mirror. I can't see me like laying in bed or anything, but I can just see the mirror, and kind of above like the window and stuff in back of me. So I get, all cozy in my nice new bed and getting ready to go to sleep. And I have this little light in my room, kind of like it's not really a night light. It's one of those things that makes aurora borealis lights on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So the light kind of looks like in back of you. It's kind of purpley and blue and green and stuff. So you can kind of see. Anyways, I'm laying in the bed and I just kind of glance up for some reason at the mirror in the bathroom, and it's dark in there, but in the mirror is a black figure of a person or shadow person or whatever in the mirror looking back at me. Yeah, it freaked me out. And then it was gone. And then I was left laying there going, oh, hell no. So I got up and shut the bathroom door. I'm like, you can keep your creepy ass in the bathroom tonight. Normally I guess people would freak out. I'm just used to stuff like that. But it was weird. I looked up and I saw this black figure in the mirror, like looking out at me. And it was rather disturbing.
You're like, you can just stay in here.
You can just keep your creepy ass in the bathroom. I don't know if it was, whatever the word, menacing, evil, friendly. I wasn't in the mood to spiritual discipline. That's it, Janice. Thank you. Discipline is the word I was looking for. Discipline and focus were the two words that stuck out to me. I need some focus and I need some discipline to not go in so many damn different directions at once. It's been an ongoing problem of mine. If you haven't noticed, anything I do is very eclectic.
There goes my setup.
I was like, whoa, you got an earthquake over there?
Oh, shoot. That's what happens when I try to stretch my headphones. Hang on.
Yeah, Lori, I agree. Dark figure, it doesn't always mean something bad. I mean, it could have been, who knows, could have been my mom watching me, could have been anything. I'm just like, when I'm like laying in bed getting ready to go to sleep, I just don't want a dark figure watching me. So I got up and shut the bathroom door. Maybe it's like the guy hiding under the blanket. Maybe I could have just pulled the blanket up over my head and been, you can't find me now because I'm hiding. Nobody will find me here. Little kid, monster under the bed, you pull the blanket over your head. I just shut the bathroom door.
Okay, we have 20 minutes. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a way to make a list right quick. Okay, if you would like a card reading, I'm pulling from the Witch's Wisdom tonight. These ones are kind of long, so I don't know if we'll be able to give you everything in it.
Yeah, same with mine.
It depends how many people want a reading, but these ones are cool because they have a little kind of chant, a little spell to go with it, and then they give you a little bit of knowledge about what it means, and then your message. But these are like beautiful cards. I really love these. I've been trying to use these ones more. So if you want a reading, put a thumbs up in chat. I'm looking for a thumbs up, and I'll write your name down. And we'll see how many we can get in 20 minutes.
I have the, the Lightworkers Oracle is what I'm pulling. I have that Witch's deck too.
So we got, do you?
Yep.
Rose. And Azuriana. Lori, are you wanting a card? Margie. If you want to start, Rob, you can start with Rose while I'm writing these down. Okay, I've got Cheesecake Mafia.
Alrighty, here we go for Rose.
Well, I don't know, Lori. You have to be in the rotation here. I have everybody on a list, and we go back and forth.
This is for Rose. Unplug from mass consciousness. You can see the card there. Let me get us back up here. Bigger like. There you go. Still can't really see it that well. Unplug from mass consciousness. Yeah. That could be a good thing too. Like when Facebook and everything went down the other day, I was kind of like, could just stay off. But then you guys wouldn't be here tonight watching this. So there's that. So unplug from mass consciousness. See if I can pull this off without glasses. I don't know. We'll try it. There's a belief system based on fear, doubt, and distrust that is known as mass consciousness. It says it's safer to stay within the crowd, not to question what you have been taught. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your financial well-being or your emotional needs. It says you should be afraid and not take risks. It says if you dare to stand up and live your truth, you'll be lost and alone, humiliated, rejected, or even destroyed. You're being guided to unplug from that system of belief. You are capable of far more creative, loving, and soul-satisfying ways of living. To access this, let go of the way that is too small for your soul. So yeah, it goes on to describe more, but the gist of the card is, kind of look at the picture on the card. Kind of gives you that meditation feel, that feel like a lot of times, like if I go fishing or something like that, there's the fishing part of it. Yeah, they're going out and doing that, but there's also the part whether I'm going for a bike ride or going fishing or just walking on the beach or sitting by the water. I'm doing something, but at the same time, I'm unplugging from all the bullshit that is life and reality, and getting that little bit of whatever you want to call it, alone time, meditation, grounding, whatever you want to call it. I think that's a good thing for everybody. Should take part of that, even if a lot of people are like, I don't have time to meditate. Well, you take a shower or a bath every day. You can do it then. Everybody's got to go to the bathroom. You're in there for a few minutes. You can zone out for 5 minutes a day, and it'll definitely help your mental capacities.
So for Azariana, I got the Magic Circle protection card. I think these ones are alphabetical. Yeah. So the Magic Circle protection, and you see her standing in the middle of her pentagram there. Caution, stop. 'Tis time to warn. Now step into a circle drawn. Protection used both night and day. Keeps you safe, sends harm away. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be. There, it is done. Magic circles appear when caution is advised. This message comes as a warning, for someone is being untrue. Don't be fooled by appearances or sly words that are formed to lure you in. Withdraw before it is too late. Protection is your greatest ally and calls you to take preventative measures to ensure safety. It is a witch's responsibility to put protection in place whenever magical work is performed. In fact, it is good practice to protect yourself every day, whether you are consciously working with spirit or not. Drawing a circle around you, whether physically or with salt or chalk, or in the mind's eye, is a strong form of protection. It can protect you against unwanted energies. Margie's next, if you want to shuffle for her while I'm reading. Or in the mind's eye is a strong form of protection. It can protect you against unwanted energies directed by other people, such as psychic attacks, negative thought forms, and from locations such as old buildings. You are not in immediate danger right now, but need to be in a place of awareness to take necessary steps of prevention. The witch's foresight, improve your protection. Intense focus and intention are needed when concentrating on protection. Keep thoughts and ideas to yourself. Do not trust simply on face value. Learn and practice through protection techniques. You are protected from all harm. The magic circle revealed. First, you remove all negative energies in the room by scattering salt water or specially prepared incense or herbs. Once prepared, mark the circle using sea salt. Then use your wand or power finger. Cast your magic circle around you, sunwise, reciting your incantation of power and protection in order to banish all unwanted energies.
funny last week. Sunday we were talking about spirit boards, Ouija boards and all that.
Hmm.
I'm saying, yeah, I got several back there, in back of me that I collect, and I do have a mouse pad here. I just happened to look down last week, and my mouse pad is it's a Ouija board as well. Weird, huh? All right, I'm doing Margie.
Yeah.
That sounded kind of weird. Let's see. It is going off the last card that I pulled. This one gets right to the point of grounding. And you can see the picture there. It is a girl kneeling down in the grass, showing the roots and everything underneath the ground. And that's grounding on the earth. Just like what I was talking about. Strange, huh?
Funny how that happens.
Funny how that lines up just like that. Grounding. You long for the free and open worlds of spirit and light. You also yearn to experience healing power and divine joy of sacred sound and living color. You are meant to bring joy, beauty, and comfort to the world, to share the spiritual light. To do so, you need grounding. Your dreams want you just as much as you want them. Grounding helps you bring your dreams into life, into your world for the benefit of many. And yeah, I mean, like I say, even if you just take 5 minutes a day, and I mean, doesn't even have to be every day, but a couple days out of the week, and just whether you go outside in the backyard or you go to the ocean, the mountains, wherever you might be, your shower, wherever. And a lot of times I just, walk out in the backyard, especially the full moon. I got a bunch of crystals I'm going to be taking out there and charging, and that's a great time to just go outside, take your shoes off, put your feet into the ground, the grass, the dirt, whatever's there. If you get dirty, you can always wash it off, Good for you. Good for the soul.
And then is that the end of that reading?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing Cheesecake Mafias, and then coming up is Lori. So if you want to start thinking about her while I'm doing this, that's who you will have next.
Speaking of light workers oracle, that's what the back of these cards look like.
Ooh.
Look into the light.
Okay, Cheesecake Mafia, you got Lord/God, the masculine card, and this has a real intense face. And I don't know if you're on Facebook or not. I would send you on Messenger, or if you hit me up on Messenger, I can send you pictures of this after, because that is one trippy looking card.
Yeah, it is.
And one I have not personally pulled yet. So, Lord God. So I don't know the meaning of this one. Toughen up, be self-reliant, brave and bold, become a giant. Honor your male energy. Used wisely, it will set you free. The magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There it is done. Which is wisdom. The power of the Lord God is required for the situation you are inquiring about. Toughen up and use the masculine energy that pulses through your very well-being. Whether you are male or female, you must acknowledge the natural presence of both energies that reside within, in order to make up the whole of who you are. Right now, you are urged to connect with your masculine side and to harness the driving force of independence. A rational and analytical attitude is required in order to override any emotions that often rule you. Unleash your rebellious streak and be willing to use force if you have to. This is not a time to be passive or accepting. The Lord God is waiting to be called upon so that He can provide you with the tools you need for this battle ahead. With the divine masculine on your side, you can be sure you are on the winning team. This is an auspicious omen. The witch's foresight. Your emotions have influenced you. Logic needs to be used at this time. Do not accept the first offer that's presented. Draw strength from past experiences. The situation calls for you to be rational. Being highly driven and competitive serves you well right now. Be a rebel. And then the Lord God revealed. When calling upon the Lord, you are beseeching the male's essence of the all. He is fatherhood who offers both protection and strength, the three aspects of the God as seen as nature's youth, father, and elder. You can choose to work with whichever aspect of the God you are drawn to bring into your life at any given time.
Better.
We got a little music going and the ghost box going behind you.
Right here, just
All right, Lori.
And then I've got John. I have John that I'll shuffle for, and then after John, you'll end with Janice.
All right, the card I pull here is Sixth Ray of Devotion. Let's see what this has to say. This is one of those cards I haven't pulled, so I'm not very familiar with it. But I pick up on things from the image. The Sixth Ray of Devotion. The Sixth Ray of Devotion bestows the qualities of persistence, unwavering focus, and intensity of feeling. It is a gift of the strength to move mountains with your will for what you love. When the Sixth Ray of Devotion appears, you are being given guidance that even if you do not seem to have much worldly power right now, the power of your beliefs can conquer obstacles. The Archangel Uriel helps you receive the blessing of the Sixth Ray now. So again, that was the Sixth Ray of Devotion.
All right.
It sounded like she repeated you. Okay, so who would I say I'm doing? John, and then you've got Janice.
It's difficult, but you got that.
I love how the thumb holes of this, you can see my little thumb rings.
Ah, yeah.
That makes it hard to shuffle because the cards get stuck in the sleeve.
Really quick, do your hair. Janice, yeah,
Say Janice?
Yes, it did.
John got the Embolic Awakening card.
is this?
Very beautiful. Looks like two sheep laying out in a magical, beautiful pasture. Symbolic awakening. The goddess stands in maiden form, shining through this very dawn. New fruits stir in her virgin womb, awaken now from winter's tomb. The magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There, it is done. Which is wisdom. New desires are presenting themselves to you as you awaken to opportunities that were once unfamiliar to you. These beckon you now to explore as you become more in tune with the magic and mystery of nature. And you're very into nature. As you become aware of this awakening, you will begin to notice synchronicities such as chance meetings with like-minded people or animals that cross your path. The ancient mystics worked with the cycle of nature and recognized that when we operate in this way, we receive all that we need to survive abundantly. Everything that you are feeling is entirely natural. Your wishes and desires to powerfully evolve and to live as your authentic self have brought about these changes in you. Symbolic opens new doorways for you, and what no longer serves you will fall away naturally. This is an auspicious time for you are becoming truly alive and awakening the true witch within, who now stirs from a deep slumber. Which is foresight. This is a time of new growth and a good time to purify your thoughts, actions, and diet. This is a great time to seed fresh ideas, become in tune with your body's cycles, dream big, draw on your maiden aspects of the triple goddess, and wake up. And Symbolic revealed the first signs of spring, and right now we're in fall, are celebrated on this day of the goddess. This is the festival of home and the onset of the lambing season and blooming of the blackhorn. Visits to holy wells with gifts and offerings of milk and cloths hung on yew trees mark this time of renewal. A traditional time to spring clean, observe weather, omens, and signs, which we can still do in fall.
All right, I'm going to pull one for Janice. This one is the seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. It's an interesting picture on the card. This one says, where the gift of the seventh ray enters your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. And the spirits say it's beautiful. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes, resonating with high frequency, violet light, and the archangel. Wow, my eyes are freaking out. Zadkiel. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that wrong. I can't get it out right. The seventh ray also helps transmit energy from lower to higher frequency. It is a spiritual cleaning agent that allows truth and spiritual freedom empowerment, and the choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. It sounds like a pretty positive card.
Sorry. Oh,
And again,
okay.
there's the picture of it. Yeah, I thought I heard the name.
Did you hear when you're ready?
Yeah.
There's that.
Did we get everybody? Did we miss anybody?
We got it. Everybody. Linda is Cheesecake Mafia, so she's messaged me, and I'm trying to get her pictures, but nothing's sending through.
Damn, messenger. Yeah, my messenger's still acting wacky.
All right, I think I got everybody. It just might take a minute.
Done.
Cool. Done. So they say. And it is, in fact, 2:01. Yeah, I hope I don't fall because, man, I swear every time I get on the ground, it's harder and harder to get up.
Oh, so much harder.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Once again, on another Wednesday, another weird Wednesday in the books.
Yeah.
You guys have a good rest of the week. And, yeah, Jamie put a post out, too, for our Halloween show. If you guys saw that, I'm going to put one out, too. But might as well tell you while we're here, you know, if you guys want to send in a picture of you, you know, in a Halloween costume, whether you're a kid or whether it was yesterday or whenever, going to try to put a little slideshow together of all our chat peoples for Halloween stuff. So if you got some pictures, send them to Jamie or myself, and we will get it loaded up.
Or if you also want to do a 1 to 2 minute little video clip, like a TikTok, a clip just with one of your favorite Halloween memories or a Halloween story, you can do both things, one or the other. Send it to us. We'll include that in, and maybe we'll have phone lines open if people want to call in with Halloween stories. I don't know.
Yeah, and last week, wow, was last Halloween last week? I think it was a little longer than that, but yeah, we had a few people on last Halloween show. So, you know, if anybody's interested in coming on, being in the panel with us, we may do that too.
We might do live carving pumpkins again, and I don't know if we're going to do fireball shots again. I've talked to Rob about that.
Yeah, those last ones were.
So is that a yay or a nay?
But at least we weren't in the same shape Zach was in. He was, what was he drinking, vodka or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was toe up, as they say.
I think it was fun. We might have to have a couple.
Yeah.
Do a little pumpkin carving.
Yep.
Banana.
Manamana. Did they say manamana or banana?
Yep. Those banana.
Phenomena. Well, there you go. There you have it. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. We are out of here. It's after 2 a.m. in the morning for me here. And got to get up in the morning and do something. I don't know. I need focus and discipline to get my
ass in gear
list of stuff done. Yeah. What do the spirits have to say about that? Any last words of wisdom? Did it say fall? It is fall. I don't want to fall.
Maybe they mean fall asleep.
Yeah, fall asleep or fall the time of the year.
Yeah, fall the time of the year.
I'm going to go with that. Again, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. We will see y'all next time here on Weird Wednesday, Sunday for Paranormal Soup. Good night.